You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's American Idol After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's American Idol After Show.
No theme music? What?
What?
Oh, it's coming. There we go.
Woo.
Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire.
That sound can only mean one thing.
Money that's ready.
No. Yes, or a few things.
Stakes up higher. There's 1,000.
Now, people at home, you're thinking this could be like an Elvis marathon, but no. This is American Idol. And how do we start the show? Bing is for doing. That's right. And what are we doing? We're doing another after show for American Idol Season 12, Episode a lot. Okay. We'll get that a little bit later.
Yeah.
I want to say Episode 9?
No, I think it's
No, I
like
think
11.
11?
13, 11.
Episode 11. Thank you, Violet, for being on top of it. What is up, AFTERBUZZ TV Nation? We're about to bring you something different tonight because it's all about sudden death.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
You know what that means, right?
No, what does it mean, Mark?
That's what it's, you know.
Okay, we'll have to verbalize that for the fans just listening at home. So,
Oh, yes.
Okay, Mark just showed what sudden death was. But since we've made this awful start, let's pick up the pace. I'm JC, and let us introduce our wonderful host, starting with the lovely lady to my right.
Hey everyone, I'm Violet Kanian.
And host, actor, model, musicians, and somewhat of a comedian.
No, not tonight. What's up, y'all? It's Mark E. Allen.
All right, and our absolute Idol insider. This man knows everything about Idol, and he also knows us too. Martin Baez.
Hello, how's it going, everyone?
We're good.
We're great.
Awesome.
Just had like a new type of Idol show. Like literally, what they did tonight was they went live, and 10 girls, only 5 spots.
What? I thought he knew everything about Idol.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes.
So that was crazy, man.
Idol decided to throw a little wrinkle. Well, let's start with some general thought. What did you guys think of the episode overall? Did you like this change? Oh.
I personally hated the change because who's to say how they put together the 10? Did they put 5 great people with 5 okay people?
Well, we kind of saw that.
Yeah, and it was kind of easy, sort of, maybe 1 or 2 to say who was going through and who wasn't. But I really didn't like it because what if the okay people, or if the people, certain people who got kicked out, who shouldn't have gotten kicked out, were with a different group, then they could have gone through. So I don't think it's fair at all.
Oh, okay. So Violet, it sounds like you've got a little bit of a problem with some of the selections of tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit later. But I'm going to tell you something. Stick around, guys. If you're watching us live, you know, on the chat roll, what's up? But if you're not watching us live, make sure to tune in on iTunes or YouTube. Comment, subscribe, let us know what you think because it does help keep the lights on. But I've got something for you guys.
Oh, yeah?
I know who is our 2013 American Idol.
Who's that?
I'll tell you later.
Ooh, all
Yes,
right.
I'm sticking to my guns this year because last year I called Philip Phillips.
What guns?
Oh.
Ah, just get it. Nice die. You did call Philip Phillips, and then you changed it last minute, right?
I changed it the night
Really?
before the finale.
He was the first show, was he?
The whole season. And I think he was like the third audition.
yeah.
Third audition.
Thriller.
And I know. Absolutely. It's basically
No.
right now there are 39 other people competing for second place.
Wow.
I've said it.
That's a huge, huge statement.
Hey, that's what I do. I do things big and Vegas.
Finishing each other's sentences over here.
I know. Wow. all right, you two. Let's get into this. So, let's start with our very first girl, Jenny Beth Willis.
Yeah.
So, she sang what is it? And give me the full title of that one. It was
Heaven, Heartache, and Power of Love.
Power of Love.
By Trisha Yearwood.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's this huge country artist.
Yes.
You know, she's been around since maybe early 90s, maybe even late 80s.
Yeah.
Who's she married to?
Garth Brooks.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's with Garth, and it's got to be so difficult to be that first person right off the bat, honestly. And I literally, you know, we're armchair judges, I guess you could say, and you're smiling. Okay, Violet is just ready. What?
Almost.
Almost, but not. Okay, but it's got to be even harder for the judges because I think, you know, you're the first person. Like, literally, I thought I was already being too harsh on her because I immediately did not like her.
No,
I didn't feel it.
I think the verse, like, well, leading up to it, and she was talking about how she's done her experience with festivals and playing at church and school and stuff. So she, you know, she's played a lot of different songs, and she's probably saying everything that she's been great at so far. So coming to these live auditions, the people that don't have as much experience maybe, or don't have the repertoire that's of songs that some of these other people do, it kind of showed during this, and it seemed like a good idea. But even going into the chorus, I thought the verse was okay, but going into the chorus, it just didn't build enough. She showed potential, but she had her big last moment note, which we saw a lot of the stuff, that power note. So that was okay. The rest of the song was just for me.
Yeah, it was good, but not great.
Yeah.
Exactly. I totally agree with you guys.
Why? Well, but we're here to disagree. We can't agree right off the bat.
Well.
Okay, maybe on the next one we will. Let's move to Tina Torres.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Violet, well, let's let you take the lead. It seems like you've got
I
an
liked
opinion.
her. I completely and utterly agree with Nicki Minaj saying that her hair needs to go, because that is the first thing I noticed, and I thought it aged her 20 years. Horrible, horrible styling.
It's not Hair Idol.
But it's the whole package. You're looking for a superstar. I don't want to look at someone, you know, who looks like they were huge in 1992 and fizzled out. You know, so she's a young girl.
Send all your hate mail to.
Yes.
Okay.
She's young, she's beautiful, and I thought her voice was great, but I don't think she was the total package, and I did have an issue with her going through.
Right, and that happens. That kind of
Really?
stuff happens.
You had an issue with her going through because.
Based on who got kicked out.
Okay.
So I thought one of the people who got out deserved it more.
That's why you hated the episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
The truth is coming out.
Okay, Mara, break the tie.
Okay. She's saying Natasha Bedingfield. I didn't know this song, but I felt every single word she said, and I was kind of thinking the same thing. I wasn't saying change the hair because I don't really know that much about that stuff. But with
Even though he really does have pretty hair.
Thanks. But the thing about that is I like the fact that Nicki Minaj pointed stuff like that out, something that I don't even think Simon would say. And I want to go ahead and say it. I love the judges this year. I absolutely love. I love how diverse they are. I like, we had talked about that stuff before, but I really like each of their opinions. It just evens out so well. But I had chills throughout the whole thing. I felt the song. I was unsure of some of the big notes, which you could tell that it was a little bit of a pitch problem, but there were very few and far between. Her falsetto that she ended with was dope. So I thought she definitely should make it through until I saw the rest, and then I went back and like, but even reading back my notes now, I'm like, yeah, I know she had to go through just because she's a true artist and you could feel the song when she sang it.
And coming off with what you said about the judges, I was actually surprised, and I think Violet and I may disagree on this with Mariah's judging.
Really?
I actually thought Mariah was the best judge out of all four, and I'll tell you why. Let's say if she did not like something, she had a way of giving them that positive reinforcement, actually of articulating it in such a way that she is not, let's say, the biggest fan of, let's say, of their performance, but yet tells it in such a way where it's instructive and helps them actually grow as artists or as performers in this contest.
Right.
So I
love Mariah.
Yeah,
No, I'm not saying, I think we were talking about, like, we'll get into it a little bit later, but because on other shows, let's say when they do the auditions and they're edited. And when you see them live, there's quite a difference. But now on Idol, that difference is actually, it seems they're better live.
Right, yeah, it seems a little bit more real.
Yeah, like Nikki and Mariah were on point
I loved
tonight.
it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Nikki, and there's a cool thing about, like, Randy tries to be I think the most blunt now. He's trying to take over Simon's spot. But you know, Nicki Minaj is kind of doing the same thing, but the way that they do it, it's just, you could tell it's their full opinion and not trying to, you know, beat around the bush at all.
And to add on to that, I feel like Nikki says what the viewer is thinking at home.
Okay. You know, and she has these great statements like, did you come through the screen? Can people see you at home? Those type of little statements. Now, Mark, now I know you're a singer-songwriter. Now, does venue really have that much of a difference for these artists? And I remember that with Tina Torres, because I was already comparing her to the first girl, Jenny Beth.
Right.
Does, like, they were at the Mirage, and that's a big venue. Will that change you vocally? Is it more of a disadvantage for certain singers as others?
Absolutely. And there's the whole thing, you know, they've been performing on the same stage for the last few weeks in Hollywood Week, and then coming to Vegas, you have a brand new venue. So you have to get used to that. I'm sure they had warm-ups or whatever, but there with a live crowd and everything, it definitely does change the game on you and with their in-ears and stuff like that. And some of them had a little bit of a problem, or supposedly had a problem. So yeah, it definitely does. Every venue, even playing like the House of Blues and stuff like that, I've went in there and it's been so hard to hear that I'm like, I don't want to play that room for a while because you don't even know how great you did or how bad you did because you can't hear yourself. So when you can't hear yourself, it's just something that happens in music. So you just have to kind of deal with it and get better and figure out how to, adapt to certain locations.
So stage prep, it can be tricky, but our next contestant did not find it tricky at all. The young girl from Alaska, Adriana. That little girl was rocking some confidence and was singing a huge song. Was she singing Aretha Franklin?
Right.
And she was I thought she was similar to Tina Torres. You know, I was like, okay, this is what I'm used to. I was really thrown off with that first competitor for some reason, but the next two and little Adriana, I felt like she was a little Jessica Sanchez light.
I wrote that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. And the fact that she came out right in front of the judges, and she didn't move, and Keith had said something he was unsure about it or whatever about the emotion and all this stuff, but I think that was a great move. It was very bold, and the fact that she came out there and killed it. I thought for a while the song was kind of spacey for me, and I was like, I hope she kills it at the end just to bring it full circle. And I know if we were there, I wouldn't even been thinking that I'd been so into it. You know, she came through the screen still. But yeah, I thought it was a great performance. She's definitely one to watch.
I like her. I love her. She's
You want some more of her?
I want some more. Hey.
Country.
I'm not touching that one, y'all.
Yeah, she's confident, and that completely and utterly comes out in her vocals.
You know, I know we're going to get into it much later on who stayed and who went home, but something about I like her. I can't wait to see her 2 years from now. Yeah. Because I think she almost needs a little bit more seasoning.
But I think with the Jessica Sanchez thing, she, of course, got better as we went on. So that coaching that they get, American Idol has the best people to work with, so...
Okay. We watch them bloom
Maybe it
into
happens.
superstars.
All right, now, you're a fashion police, so
yes.
Were you loving the outfit? Yes, no?
With hers,
the big red number.
Oh my gosh, no. What in the world? She looked like it was like 1999 and she was going to homecoming. Aww. What in the world?
And JC was her date.
Yes.
Doing the homecoming pose.
She's too young to be in that satin. God knows what it was. I know.
A little too. It aged her. You're saying?
Oh, completely. And it wasn't trendy. It wasn't hip. It wasn't anything a superstar right now would ever wear on stage.
No, I don't think they're with their style, the Idol stylist just
I hope
yet.
Not.
Right. Just yet. I think because last season, right as they go to live, that's when, like, let's say Erica Van Pelt gets the haircut and the dye job, and they change him up. So I think that's still like some of their humble wares and whatnot. Yeah. But
I wanted to touch on a quick thing. You know how she's saying Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
What do you think about this? So say 20 years from now, and I'm sure there'll be 900 singing competitions by then. But do you think they will always refer to 20 years from now, do you think they will still refer to, like, you know, Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight? Do you think they'll still be saying those names, or do you think it will come, you know, be only Mariah and Christina Aguilera, and we'll forget about those? Or do you think we'll always remember those huge artists?
I think we'll hear Mariah, we'll hear Christina, Beyonce, you know, those type of names, but you'll never lose track of those of Aretha.
See,
I disagree
because I feel like we won't forget that, but the next generation is gonna be like, okay, Aretha, that was like my mom's or my dad's generation. Oh, she's Beyonce. She's amazing. She's incredible. Or even Whitney, Mariah. Though I think those are the names that are gonna be more prominent.
Avril Lavigne.
No comment. We have no comment. On
no, that was just one thing that was just kind of, I was like, I wonder what, you know, I mean, no, there's no way of telling. Well, I guess we'll just wait and see.
Let's just sit here.
Yeah, no, we won't sit here because we got to move on to who I call Hot Nurse. I mean, sorry, Brandy Hotard, who was our pageant girl. Right. We thought was kind of pageanty.
Very
extremely pageanty.
Yeah, and did Travis Tritt anymore?
Yeah, she did great in Hollywood Week. And yeah, I just felt, I mean, I didn't think it was bad. I just don't see this a superstar that we need to see right now. And Keith definitely pointed it out and said, you know, she wasn't as emotionally connected. And each judge after that, I think, was thinking the same thing. So that, it just wasn't working out.
I don't remember who it was who said it, but they said, they wish you'd sing classical country and just do an album like that. And I said the minute I heard her voice, old school country.
With Brandy, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much so. She had that old, very, I don't know how to describe, I don't know. Do you know how to describe that?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's turning into charades here.
I don't know, but yeah, I totally agree with that. And who knows, maybe she can do covers and.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'm sorry. It's at this level. No. I'm sorry. I
don't be sorry.
Aside
Jesse.
from Idol.
Yeah, I don't know. Right now at this, I want someone inventive. I want someone to, you know, reinvent things to make them new. I want a superstar. And did we have it with Shuba?
Shuba Vadu.
We almost had it with Shuba.
Great start.
Almost had it with Shuba. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I did not. I liked her performance. I didn't think it was too weird that she switched. She was kind of throwing everything at him because you want to show versatility on the stage. Coming out, playing piano and singing that song. You know, we've heard that song sang before, I think even on Idol or these other singing shows, and people tend to do way too much Lady Gaga with it. She did not do that with Born This Way. She slowed it down, and she came out. She kind of reminded me of Taylor Swift, how she moved, because it wasn't like, you know, right on beat. It kind of looked, you know, well, no, I mean, Taylor Swift, but that makes me like the person more because you don't have to, you know, you just do you on stage. And I felt like we saw who she is. We saw like 3 different sides of her, and I guess it was too much.
I totally agree. I really liked it. I thought it was entertaining. It was fun. She's 17. She showed off what a 17-year-old should be acting like, you know. She's not fine-tuned. She's obviously doesn't have too much dance experience.
But that's her.
It was cute. It was her. I enjoyed it. I thought her vocals were amazing. Yeah. And I was really, really bummed to see her go.
I couldn't disagree with you all more.
Really?
Wow.
Absolutely. You can throw whatever at me. I knew he was going to throw something at me. No, okay. The start, phenomenal. If she would have stayed at the piano the whole song, she had in the piano, I'm sorry.
No, she would have been in the competition still.
Oh, she would have been. She would have still been in the. Honestly, we're getting off tangent. This is a singing competition. No, but when she got up, it's just like the wheels fell off. It got junky. It slowed down. She didn't know what she was doing. I do like the elements. I even picked up a little bit of a Bollywood-esque type of.
Definitely.
Yes, you pick up little run,
in the arrangement, yes. But when she got up, it was too much. Yeah. If she would have stayed at the piano, I think she could have saved herself a spot.
Oh, for sure.
I think she would have made it. I really do. It's just, you know, hopefully, I hope she comes back next year because maybe she'll find out something more about herself and be more sure of herself as a performer. And then next year, she'll be our Johnny Kaiser.
Right. And she won't be as junky. You think she got junky?
Not physically. I'm just saying.
No, I didn't say.
She's 17.
I didn't say chunky. I said junky.
No,
Junkie? I heard
junkie.
You said
drunky.
junky.
Yeah, I said junkie. Okay, just to clear that at home.
Yeah.
All right. My gosh,
I'll point out what you said.
you guys are busting my chops, and we're barely halfway through. Let's.
She's unique. I like her.
Well, then take the next one if we're sticking to unique. Let's start with the unique name of Kamaria.
Yeah, cool name.
Yes.
Kamaria.
What do we think about Kamaria?
She looked phenomenal. She had the best image throughout the whole competition thus far.
She had an image, especially something Nicki Minaj would like.
Yeah.
I think
Almost worked.
the producer set it up.
You think so?
I even wrote down like a background singer. I was like, let me pick up all those names you dropped.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been a background singer for la 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 la, and she dropped so many names that
Really?
I was excited. I was like, ooh, this girl gonna be good.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Really? I disagree. I think
You
it's
liked her?
too far. I'm not saying I liked her performance per se, but I feel like it's too far in the competition for producers to set something like that up. Because everyone performing can sing. We know
Right.
that at this point.
Mr.
So I
Know-it-all.
think she screwed herself up. And the minute she started, I was like, whoa.
How
that
did she
was-
screw herself up?
I don't think she chose the right song at all. Oh my gosh, the pressure. And I don't know much about pitch, and maybe Mark can help me out here, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, she's the one that they were saying that in Mariah and helped her. I was like, yeah, and you know, you sounded like you couldn't hear yourself, so use that excuse. But
Was
you know,
it an excuse, or could that have actually happened?
It could definitely happen. We see that all the time when they're performing, and you'll take their ear off, you know, take their ear out while they're
Sure.
performing. It didn't happen with her. I just think I didn't go right for that. But I think with the song, it just wasn't her. We know she can sing, and obviously, you know, she reminded me kind of the guy. The Voice, who won The Voice, Jamal or something like that. He was Alicia Keys' backup singer.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah.
remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, not last season, second season. And you know, he had a phenomenal voice too. He seemed a little bit more seasoned and seemed more like a front man rather than she did a front woman. But you know what? She definitely has style and a good voice, and she did well before. But just tonight, that was the wrong song for her. What do you think, Mr. Know-It-All?
Is it me? Did she start off key and end off key?
Yeah, it was all over the place.
Okay.
Because once you're off. Can you get back on track?
Oh, you can definitely get back on track.
So why didn't she? She's the
I don't
pro.
know, man. It's hard, and you're in front of all those people, and maybe it just, you know,
Nerves.
yeah, all that stuff just thrown in there too. So I don't know. She was flat. She was all over the place. It was not impressing.
Not impressed at all. You know, because Nick even said she was a little throaty.
Randy went in
I
on her.
know exactly what I don't know voice terms. Vocal.
Okay.
I mean, I know the terms. I just don't know what they mean
Okay.
per se. But
Well, that's
I know,
why we have our singing
yes,
special
that's why he's sitting here. But I know exactly what he was talking. It's that like trying too hard.
What was that?
Don't even. Don't even.
But yeah, Randy definitely went in on her, and then that's when we got to see Mariah pull it positive, because she definitely, you know, wanted to make. Because if you make it this far, of course you're a great singer, you know. And some people aren't as versatile as others, so it just comes down to that. And song choice is so freaking hard, especially when you want to try to do something with it. You know, I don't know how long they've had to choose a song, but I know they were able to choose it themselves, whatever genre, whatever song they wanted to do, as long as it is allowed by American Idol, they can get the rights to it. But yeah, there was so much competition, so much great competition in this episode that she didn't even stand a chance.
Yeah,
Even if it was the ears, whatever it was, if you have a performance like that at a stage like this, in a competition like this,
You're not
even a
ready.
chance. Yeah.
All right. So Kamaria, you're out. But let's move on to who I think was a stellar standout. Kree. Was it Kree Harrison? Kree Harrison.
Cool name.
This girl, honestly, I mean, she was. I want to say what was understated in dress, not performance. She just lived the music.
But was that a cool thing, the understated and dressed?
It's a singing competition. You know, I know, you know, it's a package, it's a pop package nowadays, but when you got talent like that, I'm sorry.
I think it was still stylistic, like what she was wearing, like fit for her.
Sure.
You know, it was different. It wasn't like just like jeans and a t-shirt.
Okay.
Whatever I'm wearing.
No, but so what do you guys think of now? What'd you think of the song? What'd you think of her? Do you? Yeah, I see Violet's face already.
I just want to add on the style point. I think that she knows who she is, and she just let the music speak for herself. She let her voice speak for herself. So she didn't want to go and be a pageant girl. She didn't want to be like glitz and glam and be edgy or whatever. She was her. We know exactly who she is at this early stage in the game.
So she's like Phyllis.
Yeah.
Phillips.
I got it. It took me a second to register.
That's her. That is. That's what's cool about her.
Yeah.
That she doesn't feel, and she's so calm on stage and just kind of like even she just feels when they're, especially how they reacted, the judges reacted anyways. So she just kind of is taken back and just, can't believe that it's going on like this, because she's paid her dues in Nashville. She's done what she's done. She's performed a lot. And the fact that she's kind of coming into her own and that people like what she's doing. If you're not trying to be anybody else, because this business is so hard, trying to go, should I go pop because it's popular? Should I go stick to my country roots because that's what I like? Should I try to switch it and clash everything together? She is herself, and she comes out, she's only Kree, and the fact that they like her, they loved her stuff. You could just tell that she was just like blown away. It was about the music. Honestly, I thought it was being too harsh. I thought maybe I was developing like a country bias, because the country artists, I wasn't feeling them. And then when we got to Kree, it's just game changer, done deal. As Nikki said, she made love to the song. Yeah. But she really, instead of singing a song, she makes love to it. No. I want to say, she like. I don't have enough words to encapsulate. She sang me a story. That's what I wanted to say. You lived it. You did. She took you on the journey just through her voice. So I can't wait to see more of her. I think she's just absolutely one to watch. Kind of like the next girl. Oh, we have a caller. Patch him through, Martin.
Is this the Survivor After Show?
No.
What? Are you watching your screen, sir? This is American Idol. Pay attention.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
sorry.
No worries. Thank you, caller. Remember, if you do want to give us a call at 424-256-1729. Once again, 424-256-1729.
That was disappointing.
What?
Martin was so excited.
I know. We tend to get all of our viewers actually after the fact. We get a lot of I'm gonna read, maybe if we have time, I'm gonna read some viewer questions from YouTube and iTunes and whatnot. So, but let's move on to Angela Miller.
Angela.
Yeah, this girl, I'm telling, she, as Randy says, she can sing the phone book. Yeah. I got to retire that just like Randy did last season. I think Mark's keeping count how many times I say she can sing the phone book. But she kind of looks like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I can see that.
A little bit.
Big,
Old Miley Cyrus.
Old Miley Cyrus, yes.
Yeah.
Before the blonde.
Not pink.
But you know what? This wasn't my favorite song of hers.
Well, it can't be, man. She had the best performance in Idol in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
How long has the song been around for? This song.
In the last 12 seasons, yes.
Yeah, but she sang "Set Me Free" or something like that. That's
Nobody's
her original song last week. That was just ridiculous. She started the show off, sang piano, sang her original song, and just absolutely killed it. And they talked about that throughout the whole thing, just like I am right now. But I liked the song. I thought it was a good song. She told the story too. I thought it was a great change from just doing a soft, belting out a ballad. She came out, she started off kind of slow and did it differently than anybody else out there.
I don't blame her. I just thought the arrangement, just something, I knew this wasn't going to be my favorite song. I think she's an awesome singer. Violet, tell him how he's wrong.
Well, I'm going to say that I'm going to agree with Mark.
Oh.
Because
You know nothing, even though our chat roll is saying, way to go, Violet. Great choice for AfterBuzz. See, she'll regulate. Tell us what you think, Violet.
I think before, even with her song, she's been showing her sweet side, girl next door. But with this performance, she showed edge. I thought she showed a little bit of edge. And she kind of demanded the stage. And she took it. I liked it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like her.
I like the fact that when she's singing, I have to listen. I even wrote down, she makes me listen, and it's hard to write this right now because I'm listening to every single word she's doing, and she picked it up and had a cool bridge that she did too. That song, Nobody's Perfect. Who even sings that song? I don't know, but she does. I thought it was a great transition from last week. They didn't. I think they thought it was good enough because it's hard to come back from such a great, outstanding performance last week. She was dope, man. I loved it.
See, I think so. Basically, it's 5-2. The 4 judges and myself agree, and you two are disagree.
Yeah, man. Well, we're the ones about to start voting, though. All right.
That is true.
That is have no say.
I've got a little tip for Angela. It's a strategy.
I hope she's listening.
I hope, yes. Angela, I know you're listening at home or actually here in LA. Sing your original song every week. Every week, and you will win the competition.
She's dope, man.
Yeah, you can't say anything's wrong with her. But let's move on to someone who we think, a little bit of controversy here, I think.
Definitely.
I think we're divided.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
Violet's giving the look of evil. Okay, what do you got to say about Isabel?
So bummed that she's out. She's been my favorite from, not my favorite, but one of my favorites. And I thought she was amazing. And she's the one I wanted to go through instead of Trina?
Yes.
Tina Torres.
Tina Torres? Yeah. Tina, sorry. Instead of Tina, so, or
were you judging them by
else.
Dresses?
No,
She was.
You
no,
were.
trust me.
Isabel had a good
But
dress.
I loved her hair. But other than that, her voice was amazing.
Okay,
I kept saying that throughout the whole show. I freaking love that girl's hair. But I thought her voice was too good, and her presence on stage kind of reminded me of Mariah, and just the look, the presence. I don't know. I just really, really liked her, and I'm so bummed to see her go.
I thought she was just too old-fashioned.
Really?
The song, the arrangement, because there's a difference with the next person that's saying the song. They both use standards. They use old standards, but literally what Isabel did was it brought it. I felt like I was in the 50s. I did, but her voice, her tone was awesome. So based on that, I'm really split with her. I think I would have kept her just because of the potential.
Yeah.
You're still there. She wasn't bad at all. It was just the wrong song.
That Room to Grow. I wouldn't say it was the wrong song because I think that's her.
Okay.
So it is what it is. I thought she was going to go through, so I'm going to say I was wrong. Okay? I was wrong. But it's effortless when she sings, and I like that. She sang God Bless the Child. It was really good. And she has this confidence about her that I like, and I think she has this huge image, like her with her name, with just Isabel. I think that's cool. She commands the stage, and I think that's what made me think she was going to make it through, and I think we'll slowly forget about her because there's so many great other people too. Okay. You and I, Violet won't, but so I can definitely see why they would let her go.
Okay.
I wasn't 100% on her.
Do you think there'll be backlash by America? Because these type of stories, she's a relatable girl. She has a story. There's millions and millions of women and men that have had these issues with body image issues.
Right, yeah.
Is there going to be a backlash that they're judging so much on image and not talent per se?
Well, I'm saying image, she's got it down.
I'm not directing it towards you. I'm just saying the judges themselves. Did they really just mess up? Was it just a misstep on their part?
No, because I wasn't 100% on her. I could see why they could let her go. And maybe it's the old-fashioned stuff. I don't know. That's who she is, though.
Shocked.
That's who she is. I thought she was going to go through, but I can definitely see why they would let her go.
I cannot see why.
Yeah, Violet threw a fit in the screen room. She was
She's kicking me right now. Why are you kicking me?
She was a little, but maybe there could be redemption with, I believe it is Amber Holcomb, who like I said, they both sang similar songs, but very different. That first run with Amber's run, I was sold. Yeah. I was sold on her first run alone. I was like, oh my gosh. She's in.
Yeah, she has a unique tone to her voice too. It's just different.
Yes,
nothing out there like that.
My Funny Valentine. Come on, that song. How many times have they sang that song on this competition?
It's such an old school song, but she didn't make it seem like we were in the 80s or 90s.
it's not what you sing, it's how you sing it.
Right, and she has that R&B tone that we don't have right now.
Yeah, and she had a little Mariah moment too. She had like that little falsetto in the run. I don't even know how she fit that falsetto in the middle of that run, but that was dope. That was really cool. I was unsure at the beginning when she started singing. Maybe it's because I already had my 5 that I was like, oh, these 5 are going through, and then the fact that she was so good that I was like, wow, there's nothing out there like that. She's gonna be in this. Oh shit! Now I gotta shoot. I gotta take somebody out. But yeah, she made it to Hollywood last year, right?
Right.
And this time was redemption for her. So
good choice. Okay, good choices. We're happy with
that.
Amber. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So overall, thank God they changed the format, because it was so much easier just having to watch 10 singers.
Yeah.
Because last year we had all these groups and and just these people flying at you a mile a minute. It just makes it easier for us to really dissect and what we liked and what they can do differently, what we loved about the show. And plus, I think we all loved the live shows much better than these pre-taped shows, these edited shows.
And you can see what they're capable of in front of an audience. So when they do make the top 12, it's not like, oh no, they don't have any stage presence.
Right.
Yeah, very well said. So
I like it.
Well, before we get into the final 5, let's talk about our store. Don't we have a little bit of an AfterBuzz store where we can? I don't know who wants to get in. You know what? Why don't we?
You take it away.
Sure. No, well, actually, we have a great store at AfterBuzz where you can buy onesies, AfterBuzz mugs, shirts, hoodies. Do we have hoodies, Martin?
We do have hoodies. Yeah.
We've got hoodies, and
male and female hoodies.
Ooh.
One for me and one for JC.
Oh my! Okay, I'll give you. That's your first joke of the night. Now. Omitting what Mark just said, just definitely go to AfterBuzzTV.com, click on the icon, and it'll take you straight to our page. And like we said, you can get a bunch of nifty little things. And Mark promises to sport one of those onesies very soon.
You got it, man.
All right, so
I love you, JC.
Yeah, whatever. All right, let's move on to our final 5 where we disagreed. All right, final 5. All right, who got all 5 right?
You did.
Thank you very much.
You would only bring it up if you got it right.
No.
What a jerk.
All right, so let's get into who should have made it. Go
Isabel,
ahead.
absolutely.
Violet, what's that?
Isabel should have made it.
Whose place should she have taken?
That was really, really hard, but
Who'd you have taken out?
Tina Torres.
Not Adriana?
Adriana I really like, but she reminds me a lot of Jessica Sanchez, so I'm excited to see more of her.
Yeah.
What about you, Mar?
I originally thought that that Shuba was gonna stay in, but after seeing the rest of the competition, I think they got it right. I think they got it right because the people that they had to eliminate some people, man, some really good people, and we lost some good people, Isabel. So I can see why they did what they did, and I think the top 5 are all flawless right now. So I can definitely see why they would keep them all.
All right, very well said.
think?
No, I got them all right, so I can't. I'm kidding. No. Jimmy, I wish they would have asked Jimmy Iovine's opinion, because he's always spot on.
That's like one too many opinions right now, though.
All right.
Like we have to deal with like yours, mine, hers, the 4 judges, and Jimmy Iovine.
Well, maybe we can have Jimmy on a future show. So definitely, if you're watching it at home, Jimmy, please make yourself welcome here at AfterBuzz Studios. We hope to have you here soon. But with that said, why don't we just move on to some newsy, maybe gossipy stuff?
Ooh.
So, Violet, what do you have for us in the world according to Idol?
All right, so Jennifer Hudson, former Idol Oscar winner, yada yada, she has recently said on Live with Kelly and Michael that she started watching Idol, but she's not crazy about the judges. She said that it's awkward to see Nicki Minaj and Keith Urban, but she does like Mariah there because she can sing. So I don't know if that's a snipe at Miss Nicki, or I don't know. Do you guys agree with that?
Thank you, Martin. You know what? I did notice something while watching this episode, but it hasn't. If you guys, viewers at home, if you're watching the show, notice that whenever the camera's not on Nicki, it's almost like she's a power, like she's like a life-size doll. She's like off. And then when the camera's on, she's like, "Hello, darling." Watch.
That was extremely good. That voice.
I'm telling you, watch it at home. You'll see that.
Really?
And secondly, whenever Mariah says anything, Nikki gives it no credibility at all. She doesn't even pay attention at all. And at least Mariah's gracious enough. I'm not hating on it, but I am actually hating on you, Nikki, and I love you to death. But yeah.
Did Mariah take a stab at Nikki tonight?
Probably.
Because after Nikki had said something about Keith, like, "You're in my head right now," and then Randy said something, and then Mariah was like, "Oh yeah, Randy just said everything I was gonna say," and then I don't know, didn't go over.
Kind of, sort of, but
maybe.
Do you agree that Nikki and Keith?
Keith Urban's
I like
amazing.
Yeah.
So I think Jennifer Hudson. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I like them all. I think it's great. Like I said at the beginning.
It's an amazing judging panel.
Okay, see, news. This isn't just news. This is news and opinion with Violet. What else you got for us?
All right, so Ryan Seacrest said that there's a new single coming out from a huge pop singer, a female, and it's definitely a re-entrance to the radio for her. So, and he said that she let him listen to it. So, to me, all signs point at Mariah. And he said we're going to find out who it is and the single on March 1st. I'm thinking Mariah.
I can't wait.
I'm going to spoil it for you.
Go for it.
Spoiler
Tell
alert.
us. Tell us.
News and gossip and more news.
Spoiler alert.
It's absolutely Mariah.
Yes.
It's Mariah. It's for
It's about time.
I believe it's for an upcoming. It's either like I don't know if it's a movie or.
Is it the Oz song?
Yes. Thank you. It's for the soundtrack of Oz. Yes. So.
Where the hell have I been? I'm just. Everybody knows this except for me. This is why I watch the show. This is why I'm here. I want to hear what the heck's going on in the world today.
Hey, we bring it for you. So, anything else we got?
If we have room for one more, if
Absolutely.
we have time. Kelly Clarkson and Clive Davis are kind of at each other's throats because Clive Davis has come out with a memoir book, his autobiography, and he kind of sort of puts Kelly Clarkson down and says that she was in his office crying, saying, "I don't want the music to be like this." About her, she had a lot of drama surrounding her album, her last album with him, something December. I can't remember the name.
Her last album?
That
didn't do well, right? That one?
The one that completely
Yeah,
failed before she went to country.
It
So
won
I guess
Grammys.
she wanted to do guitars. I guess she wanted to go more towards country, but Clive Davis wasn't letting her. And then Kelly says that everything in the book is wrong, about that her chapter is wrong, and that she only cried because he would anything that she would tell him, he would just shut it down and say, just sit there and sing and do what you do and sing. You can't write, you can't do anything. So now it's a he said, she said, and we're gonna hopefully find out the truth. It's unfolding right now.
So you're saying a celebrity death match, perhaps, with Clive Davis
Go
and
Kelly.
She can definitely write, man. She wrote that. She wrote the from the sidewalk. She wrote that one before she was even on American Idol.
And
What's that song?
she is that the single that did?
No, her very first song, well, after
A Moment Like This?
No, not Moment Like
No,
This. No, Straight Too Far from the Sidewalk.
That's-
Because of you. She wrote that song before she was
Yes,
even big.
And I think it was that one that they didn't want on the album, and she pushed it, and it did amazing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, simmer down. Guest 19 even says, love Kelly and respect Clive. Okay, so
Okay.
That's
we're
a
getting
good
a little out of control.
Absolutely.
Chat roll, fans, don't you? If you guys know, you are like our fourth host. So we definitely appreciate your feedback and let us know what you think. So we will definitely keep that in mind. But I still say my money's on Kelly on that match. Okay.
Yep.
So with that said, let's move on to some predictions.
Dun, dun, dun.
How did you even understand that word, Martin?
AfterBuzz TV.
I speak Spanglish.
English.
All right, so what are we gonna predict?
We're gonna pick who's gonna win the competition, obviously, because
And
you told us
said
who's
you
gonna
knew
win.
who was gonna win.
I'm
You tell us who's gonna win, and then we'll tell you if you're right.
No, because I'm saving it for the very end
Of what?
of the show.
Oh, I thought we were okay.
Today?
Yes, I'm gonna
Okay,
tell you
good.
who wins at the very end. Call it
Okay,
tease, y'all.
you're gonna hit us up in 5 minutes with their answer.
Yes, I will. Trust me. The guy in the booth knows what's up.
Okay, so I'll start with predictions.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to Isabel. I'm bringing her back, and I think that they will have a, what is it called when they bring somebody back?
Exorcism?
Not that kind. Come on now. They'll bring her back.
Resuscitation? Well, give me a word. What's going on?
Clear.
Okay.
You know what? what?
Okay, they're gonna bring. Okay, they're gonna like in
They're
let's say
gonna bring
X Factor.
somebody back.
Okay.
A wild card.
Yeah.
There it is.
I agree. They always have a they
Wild
always end
card.
up. We never think they're going to, and they still like, oh, we are going to bring somebody back because someone's a felon and we have to bring somebody back.
I had another bit of news, kind of, and when you said felon, I remembered.
More news with Violet.
It's a mean I can't stop. No, the guy, I can't remember his name, but he had the adorable little girl. He made it to Hollywood. He didn't get through Hollywood. He was in the Army. He said all these things blew up, and he almost didn't make it. Well, it turns out all of that was a lie, and his Army buddies came out and said, whoa, no, that did not happen. And he finally confessed and said he's been lying his whole life and that it didn't happen. He is in the Army and in the military, I should say. I don't know if it was the Army, but that did not happen, and he felt really, really bad about it.
Obviously, because he told a big elaborate story about it, he felt god awful. Really? Notice that sarcasm.
So I had to mention
now
that.
if I don't remember his name just right now, but he was from Arizona, I believe.
I can't remember.
Yes, it was a few weeks back. So we'll find out. We'll bring you the name. We'll put it on our YouTube and let you guys know, or let us know about. Wow, what a story with this guy.
Yeah.
So that's.
Do you think it's because they're? I mean, he said he's been lying his whole life, so. They're going into American Idol. You kind of feel like you need a story.
Exactly.
That's a little bit too far-fetched.
Okay.
Not far. Well, I mean, if something like that happens, it's terrible. It's a tragedy. But don't lie about something.
Unfortunately,
like
it sounds like he was taking the story from a gentleman who it actually really happened to, J.R. Martinez, who was in Dancing with the Stars, All My Children, and they're just capitalizing. We'll find out more as the story develops, for sure. And now, predicciones.
So.
And now,
What she thinks they're gonna bring Isabel back.
Do you think they'll bring? Well, do you think they'll bring her back?
Do you think? So are we predicting if they're gonna bring her back, or if there's gonna be a wild card? Both.
Do you think there'll be a wild card? Mark?
No, I think there's gonna be a wild card, but I don't think they're gonna bring her back.
No.
Dang it, Mark.
Nope.
Wow,
What do you think, JC?
I don't think they're gonna bring her back. Sorry. I just.
I'm trying, Isabel. I'm trying.
Hopefully you'll be right, but I do have one prediction. And with that said, we're gonna close out the show with this because, like I said, I know who's gonna win. So we're closing it with her song. So basically, that's it for us tonight. Martin, where can they find you?
At this young lady's concert.
Angela Miller will be your 2013 American Idol.
What if they Colton her?
What if they what?
Colton her.
They're not gonna Colton her.
They're not going to?
They need a woman.
They need a woman.
And this is your woman.
Yeah.
Angela Miller. Mark it down.
I
Mark
agree.
your calendars. Oh, so we got two.
Yeah, I'm going.
Wow.
Are you agreeing?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
She still thinks Isabel's gonna win.
It's not like we have. It's not like we still have 30 other contestants to see. We're gonna see them in the next 7 days. So we'll find out. That's it for us for Idol. Mark, where can they find you?
With Martin at their concert. Find me, Mark E. Allen, on Twitter, all that stuff. Check out my YouTube. Putting some new videos up and stuff soon.
And the lovely Violet, where can we find you when you're not covering the red carpets?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Violet Kanian, Kanian.
And for this melancholy end tonight, you can find me at The Everyday Man. So for Martin, Mark, Violet, I'm JC. We are the American Idol AfterBuzz. We'll see you next time. Good night.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.